All right, y'all. So the years have gone, 5 years have gone by since the situation. So now that I'm at a headspace to speak, I feel like now would be a time to do the story time on how I felt about the situation. This is not to drag the situation. This is not to make him look bad. This is not me being angry at him or her. This is just my way to express how I feel about the situation now that I'm able to talk about it because y'all, when I say I couldn't even speak on this situation like 4 years ago, I could not speak on this without crying. Like y'all, I couldn't even think about the situation. It was just killing me. But now that I'm able to talk and express about how I feel about it, I feel like this will be the time. Cause like now the case is over and all that, I can, talk and say things that I feel. So this is my story time. This is about my recollection. This is about my feelings, not nobody else. This is just about me. So yeah. Story time about how my boyfriend was unalived with another girl. Okay, how I'm gonna start? I'm gonna just start at how the day went. Like now let me go back to our past. Like, let's just talk about us first. So we had been together for almost 4 years at the time. It was almost 5 years. So 4 years at the time. This happened back in 2021. It's 2026 now. So yeah. But we were together 4 years prior to that. So yeah. We hadn't had a kid together, all this. So y'all, we were together. At the time I had just graduated nursing school. I had got me a good job working. It was during COVID time, so it was a good COVID nursing job. If you was a nurse back then, you know. So um I started working in the COVID, doing the COVID stuff, and he was working at a factory at the time. So yeah, he was working at the factory and I was doing COVID nursing. That day, out of all days, I don't know what happened, but he was like, we got up that day. It was a normal day, a normal everyday thing. Like he got up, was getting ready for work and gave me a kiss and goodbye. It was about 5 o'clock. He used to go to work at about 5 o'clock. So I get up and go to work. I had to be at work till like 8 o'clock. So I get up, get my daughter ready, take her to Head Start, and then I would drive back to go to work. So that day was just all things was just weird. Like it was just stuff happened that never happens. So that day, it was a regular COVID day. Like so, mind you, the volume of people that's getting tested for COVID was like at that time it was like 40 plus people, like 40 plus cars in a line to get tested for COVID. I mind you, just what this was back then. So that morning we were taking like COVID calls. Like it was just a lot going on with COVID. Like this when first COVID first came out. So it was so much going on in that. Where I worked was the main place that took care of COVID stuff. So that's why they had specific nurses to do COVID stuff. So we were the main source to get COVID information from, all that. So around noon was when we took lunch. Took lunch around noon, and then he ended up calling me around that time. So he was like, I got off earlier today. Yeah. So mind y'all, another thing. My birthday was a week before this. It was a week after, sorry. My birthday was going to be the next week after all this happened. So I'm getting ready to get ready for my birthday. So I was getting a wax for the first time and I need the cream to get the wax. So he called me. He was like saying he got off early. That day out of all days, he got off at 12 o'clock. Never happened. Like that never happens. So he got off at 12, he said. So I'm like, cool. So when you get a chance, could you go by the store and get me some cream, like the little numbing stuff to when you get a wax? I don't know if people use that, but that was my first time. So I was like, I need that to try because I'm scared. So I was like, can you give me some of that or whatever when you get a chance or whatever? So boom, he like, yeah. We talk and then we get off the phone. So yeah, 2 o'clock roll around. That's when we start doing our COVID testing. So we start doing the COVID testing at 2 o'clock and we ended at 4. So mind y'all, this line is down the road. But I mean, it's nothing to me because I've been doing it for a little minute. So it was easy. And then I had other people helping. So mind you, line down the road. But I had my phone propped up on the table that we use to kind of get our materials together. So I see him FaceTime, but like, y'all, it's so busy. I can't even stop and just do nothing. I'm like, listen, I can't even call. I can't even answer that right now. I'm going to get him in just a second. But I see that he ended up leaving like some messages or whatever. So I'm like, let me check my phone. I can at least do that. So y'all, I checked my phone and he sent me a picture of the little spray I was trying to get. And he was like, "Is this the one yet?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's the right one." So he like, cool. He gets the spray. He take it to his house. Cause at that time I stayed with him and his mom and dad. Like we lived all together at the time because y'all, that year I was doing a lot. Like I was buying a house and everything. This house I'm in now. I was buying this house. So we was like saving and just staying with our parents. Cause y'all, I was trying to give me an apartment, but he was like, "Nah, I don't get no apartment. Just do what we doing." So we stay with his parents or whatever. So he takes the spray to his mom's house and he tells me it's there and I'm like, okay, cool. So I text like at 4. Was it 4? Yeah, we got done doing the cover session at 4. So that's downtime for us. Like when it's 4 come, we getting all the stuff together to ship it off. So we getting out of the basket, but I have time to like look at my phone and check stuff. So I text him, I'm like, "Where you at?" Yada yada, like checking in. He at a specific place. So mind you, this not a place that he's not normally at. Like this just a regular old like place he always eat. Like if he ain't somewhere, he here. So yeah. Okay, so part 2 on how my boyfriend was unalive with another girl. So yeah, he was at a place where he usually be. It's not like just a random place. He always there, like he always there. So I didn't kind of side eye when he said he was there, like that's just normal. So I went on about the rest of the day. Cause I told you I had a wax appointment after, that day when I got off. So once I got off, I went to his mom. Well, we stayed at his mom's house. So I went home and freshened up and got ready for the wax. So my packages for my birthday then came in. Y'all, I'm feeling so good. Like, I'm feeling so good. So I'm feeling so good, y'all. I get to the wax appointment and like we haven't had no communication since that last one when he told me where he was. So how it was back then, like it got to a point where I just didn't like hound him. I like kind of let him be because he was like the type to be like, outside. Like he was outside. So he just moved around a lot. Like he wasn't in the house till about 8, 9 o'clock. It was normal for him. So I didn't really get to where I just stopped like hounding, like where you at, where you at. I stopped doing it. So I went to get the wax. I still didn't call. I just still didn't call and didn't get any communication through him. So my wax lady so far, she got done in like 20, no more than 30 minutes. So I head back home. So at that point, it had been like an hour and a half. Like it's like at this point, it's like 5:20. So he that's why I'm like, let me call him. Like I done got that out the way. So let me call him and like see where he is to check in. See, I'm checking in. So he didn't answer the phone, y'all. So y'all mind y'all, he's outside, like he's the type, like he outside, his phone in his pocket. He not gonna answer the phone like this. So he didn't answer the phone. So I didn't think nothing of it. He didn't answer the phone, like, okay, cool. So I get home, y'all. I get back home. Mind y'all, my package done came in for my birthday outfits. So my birthday outfits, I'm trying them on, y'all. Like I'm like feeling good. So yeah, I get a inbox like from somebody I don't even like, talk to. I'm like, why is she hitting me up? Like, I think she called me and I didn't answer. I'm like, what is she calling me for? So I'm like, let me text and see what's going on. So she texts me. She texted me. She was like, call me. So yeah, I called her on Facebook. Soon as she answered immediately and all I heard was her crying. I'm like, what's going on? Like, what's going on? So y'all, the words that she was like, she basically said that my baby had been shot. Like, y'all. So I'm like, what? So as soon as she said that, like the door that I was standing in the doorway of like the room and like his mom was in the hallway. His daddy was like about to leave. So somehow they was just right there. So I'm like, somebody just called me and said that so-and-so, being shot. So y'all, we rambling like I don't have no bra on. My daughter, she ain't got no shoes on, no pants on. She just got this t-shirt on. We just grabbing and going. We don't even know where we're going. We just get in the car. So we get in the car. I don't know how it went. I don't know if his brother was already at the scene or he got the call too and already had made it there. But somehow he sent the location to his mom. So we got the location on where to go. But y'all, we in the car and the person say what house. They like where he at. And they say the house. And they say the girl name. I'm like, I don't know the person name. So y'all, it's still not dawning on me that it's like another girl. Like I know it's another girl, but it's not dawning on me that it's like that type of situation. I'm thinking it's like, okay, he just over there with somebody else. He just so happened to beat her. Like a lot of things start racing in my mind, like scenarios.
The fact that she had to find out from somebody that she barely knew is sad. I'm surprised that the police didn't tell at least his mom. I get that they weren't married, but they didn't even tell his parents that he was deceased. So I couldn't even imagine finding out from somebody that barely even knows me. And then the fact that he was with the girl, you hear so many times, like when people pass away, like whoever they're messing with, like if they're in a different relationship with somebody else, like this is when everything comes to light, whether they're texting them. But the fact that she passed away on the scene with him too, yeah, that's just mind blowing.
No, I did that. It's only on 10. Yeah, I'm just more curious to the fact of what happened. Like, what happened? What caused the death, if anything? That's what I'm really trying to wait to see at the end of the day. But this is just a good example of what infidelity, like the consequences of infidelity. Like, not saying, I mean, if he could have been at home. You know what I'm saying? Like, if only he was at home. I wish more men will understand this, and women too, because you get yourself in a lot of these type of situations. And I'm willing to bet that the guy was unalive because of the girl he was messing with, probably past partner or something like that. It's such a repeated cycle. It's almost like a book that was been written and read 100,000 times. Like, and it's going to continue to happen in this world because we don't know how to just create covenants with people and stick with those people. Like, you definitely are letting a lot of different. And I'm saying the girl was bad. I don't know much yet about the girl. I'm taking notes this time, this story time. But I don't know much about what the girl was doing prior, the one that he was dating or messing around with on the side. But man, fellas, if you're still watching this, lock in for real, because I done heard so many story times. We've been reviewed so many story times, us and you guys, of people most of the time when they lose their life is always because they out here doing stuff with someone else, doing something they not even supposed to do. Let's just say that. If he was home, he would still be here today.
But it being somebody that he's dealing with was the last thing. So y'all, we make it to the house. We get there and it was like crime scene tape around the house. Like you can walk up to the house, but you couldn't go past the tape. So it was just us out there and like all the people investigating, like, you know how you see like movies when they all out there invest like doing the forensic and all that. All that was going on. All type of trucks out there. So we walking up and like, I don't know, some man just randomly come up and was like, whoever in this black car is not looking good, like he's in the house. But I'm still like lost. Like I'm like, what is he doing here? So yeah, we walk up and I see his car. It's parked in the driveway, like with no care. Like it's there like comfortably. Like it's comfortable. So I'm knowing he here comfortably. Like, okay. So y'all, we get up to the house and like the lead investigator is outside at this point and she asking like who we are. So we say who we are and she like saying he's in there, y'all. But in the midst of all this, y'all, I get a phone call from one of my friends. She like, where you at? We at the hospital. And I'm like, at the hospital. So y'all, a little spark came in me like, okay, maybe they got the wrong person. Maybe it was more than just him, her. Y'all know. She's like, no, I thought y'all was here. Y'all, it all just went downhill again for me. So again, they confirming that he's the one that's in there, saying it was him. So I'm just like in shock. Like I couldn't even say anything. Like I'm just lost. Like I couldn't believe what was happening. Like this can't be for real. Mind y'all, it's August out there. In Tennessee in August it's hot. So y'all, when they say this, like I'm holding my baby and it's like I can't even breathe, y'all. Like this can't be for real. Like I'm hot out here and they like, I don't know what to do. First thing I can think to do is to call my folks though, y'all, because I don't know. So I call my mom and my sister. I'm letting them know like this is for real. Like this not happening. Like they just bawling. Like when I tell you my family loved him, they loved him, y'all. Like they loved him like I loved him. Part 3 on how my boyfriend was unalive with another girl. All right, y'all. So I got the phone with my folks, and then I got myself together, and I went back towards like where the people were. So when I got over there, They were still like asking questions. Like they asked me about his phone password. They asked me a few other questions. So in the midst of this, like people are like pulling up. Like the word gets out quick. So people are pulling up, like his family, the girl's family, they pulling up. So yeah, mind you, I don't know them, they don't know me. I can't remember who it was, but like it was her folks. So one of her folks was like, "Who are you? His sister?" Yeah. So I'm in confusion, like, no, I'm his girlfriend. Y'all, it gets silent. Y'all, it gets silent. So I just walk away. Cause like, I mean, I still don't know what the hell going on. So I mean, I don't know. So family still pulling up. It's getting dark outside. And in my mind, like, I'm telling them, like, I don't want to leave here till I see with my own two eyes him come out of this house. So we out there for hours. We didn't leave. Well, they didn't bring him out till like 11 o'clock p.m. that night. So they asked like me and like his parents, like, do we want to see him? And I'm like, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see him in a state that is not normal. So, and mind you, this is my first time experiencing something so close. Like, I never experienced a death this close, like beside me. So his parents decide to go over there and see him. And all I hear is like, crying and crying. So I knew then this was like, I ain't no going back. Like, this is what it's gonna be. So I told y'all his car's in the driveway. So they had to tow the car. So they get the car on the tow truck and they're driving away, y'all. I told y'all my little girl, she's still out here. She's still out here getting passed around by everybody because she don't have no shoes on and she's getting heavy to me. So everybody like, taking turns passing her around. But she still see the car going away. So she like, daddy, like daddy car, like y'all. She's only like one, about to be two, but she's well aware of her dad. Like he's been there since day one, so she's well aware of his car, him, everything about him. So after that, I'm like, yeah, we can go on and come home. So we get home, y'all. This is my time to soak all this in. Like I'm laying down. I'm thinking like this is my reality. Like he's never walking back in this room. He never coming in here playing, he ain't never coming in here slamming my little girl, like slamming our little girl on the bed playing. He ain't never coming back to do none of this.
So this whole time, after just looking at her caption, I thought that he was the only one alive. So this whole time, I'm thinking that she was saying that he was unalived because of the girl. But now you think so? Is the girl in him was unalive?
Yeah, I think
Oh
she
yeah, this a
is.
cheating boyfriend. I mean, it's a jealous boyfriend or something like this. Has to be.
And it's so wild that even her family found out in that moment that he wasn't just messing around with their relative.
Yeah, he
What?
was living a whole double life. A whole double life. Her whole family knew him.
Yeah, it honestly doesn't surprise me. She say, "Oh, he be out all day, doesn't come back until night. He's able to go to work and live a different life and then come home." She's
Right.
just thinking he's out and about, and the fact that he was hounding her on getting off his back about where I'm at all the time, it just gave him
Right.
even more availability to do what he want to do because nobody's keeping tabs on him.
I understand where she's coming from, though. At the same time, why she never questioned him is because she's in a situation where she's dependent on him. Living with his parents, and that's his child. In those situations, like, what do? You homeless? You like, I ain't got time to be adding on stress of whether or not he cheating, if he not. And she just kind of went with it. Forget it. It is what it is. I'm pretty sure she kind of probably had her suspicions. Every woman knows when a man is not fully faithful to them. I will assume you do. And if you don't, you just ignoring those natural gifts that God gave you. And that same with men. Men have intuition too, but it's just not like women. They know. So the fact that the whole family knew who he was just shows that, that's just crazy. Like I can almost guarantee you, I don't think she's gonna say it in the last few minutes that we have left here why he was unalive. But I'm just gonna go ahead and assume it was because he was messing with that woman and she was probably messing with somebody else, and that's just how it went down. How many times have we saw that type of story play out?
It makes me wonder if the person that had told her that he was passed away knew the other girl as well. Like, was it that much of a secret? Because how did they know before the police even was able to call?
Right. That's a good question. I was wondering that too. Like the girl from Facebook who called, like how did they know? Okay. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
news spreads fast though. At the end of the day, it could have somebody crazy enough could have just recorded the stuff and posted it on Facebook and said, check on your. I hate people who do that. Check on your people. You just want to post my unalived sibling or cousin or brother or mother just for clicks and views, acting like you give a damn. The whole time, you don't. So whoever posted that to social media, I'm assuming it was posted because how would somebody randomly just know that unless they was there when it happened? But yeah, that's why they probably did know. Most people just stay out of it.
And y'all, as the weeks go by, like this is hitting me hard. Like y'all, I'm not eating. I'm barely sleeping because I'm so used to sleeping with him. Like it was so hard. So it got so hard for me to sleep. Like I had to have somebody in that bed with me. So his auntie packed a bag and stayed for 2 weeks. She stayed with me for 2 weeks. And y'all appreciate this so much because that helped me, get get that out of my system. So then I'm going back to work. Like all I can think about doing is going back to work. Like I gotta get out of this house. I gotta get my mind together. So mind you, all this like the funeral, everything passes by, but I mean I'm still going to work. But like I'm at work, I'm finding any little thought of this is hitting me like y'all. I'm going somewhere to get these cries out, y'all, because I could not control any thought of it. Just made me so emotional. Like I could not control it, even at work. But I made it to where I would, go be by myself and get myself together. I get that cry and I'm cool. Little did I know, y'all, this was going to take so much time. Like when I say it took me so long to like be okay, like I couldn't do nothing. I couldn't even eat, y'all. When I say I lost weight, I was skinny. I hate to see myself like that. Like looking back at pictures, I hate it because I'm like, Lord, I got so skinny. And mind you, let me go back a little bit. So I forgot, y'all. That next week was my birthday, y'all. And I had not lost 80 pounds. Like I was nothing. Like I was little to nothing. But his family, like they trying to like, make me feel okay. Try to let me enjoy my birthday, turn me up, just get me into spirit, y'all. But it's not really working, y'all. It's still in the back of my head, like he ain't here. But like I said, as time goes on, like I'm in my mind, like we had this little girl. She was about to be 2 that year, but now she's 7. So I'm like, I gotta get myself together. Like I can't be, just drowning, cause who else finna, be the parent? Like I gotta be the parent. And that day that he did, pass away was the first day of class, y'all. First day of me, cause how my journey is now, I was doing my LPNs RN, but I had prereqs that I had to do. So y'all, I couldn't even do that. But y'all, a year or two down the line, I got my prereqs done and I started, trying to pursue getting into LPNs RN. And that same year, I stayed at the house, getting the house. The house came. Everything was like piecing together, but y'all, he was missing from the puzzle. Now, I got that off my chest, y'all. I feel a lot better doing this. I probably need to do this at some point, and I feel like this was a point that I could do it at. And I know y'all had some questions in the comments. That spray was called, what was that spray? It was lidocaine, some lidocaine spray. I think I put it in the comments, but I can't remember what it was called, the brand. But it's lidocaine. And another question y'all had was she like, unalive too? Yes. To answer that question, yes. But I'm not getting into detail about her because this is not what the TikTok for, and I don't want to make anybody feel no way about nothing. And I know a lot of folks wanted to see if I was like upset, mad. Y'all, I have no one to be mad at. The people I could have had a madness to aren't here. Like I can't be mad at no one. With that being said, I had to heal like on my own. Like I couldn't get the proper like, reason why. I couldn't get the proper like, what happened. Like I never got the real proper nothing from nothing. Like I had to go to the court and like, get my truth. Like I had to go and see what happened, y'all. I went to both trials because one trial was a mistrial and the other one we got our justice. So I had to go through all that by myself, y'all. I had to do this. Like, it was my way of getting through this. Like, this is my way of getting to this right now. Like, I had to get my closure. And I got my closure, y'all. So this is why I'm able to do this TikTok and explain my story and how I feel. But I am not mad. I'm not mad and I'm not upset. I am hurt about it because I did have to, heal myself through this, but I think I did pretty good. So thank y'all for listening. And I don't know, I don't think I missed any other questions, but if y'all do, just leave them in the comments.
At the end of the day, at least justice was served for him. Um, I could tell just how she telling the story that she kind of had suspicion of that he was doing him in a sense, and she just was surviving at this point. Not saying that the love wasn't real, but y'all know how it is, man. Well, sometimes love is a drug. If you don't believe it, you might not be in love with anybody. You don't really, or you're currently in it, you know. But reality is like it can be like this at times. I'm not saying cheating is right and all the things like what he did was wrong. You know, he shouldn't have been. He should have stayed like grounded with his woman, and it's like it's just a part of the cycle with us in life. I can't explain like what that is. I'm not trying to, make him out to be a bad guy because at the end of the day, he is no longer with us. You know, somebody's grieving his loss. She's grieving his loss. So it's not much I can do to attack a character of somebody who's already has passed on. Now, if he was alive, it'd be different. I have a different take on it. But look what happens. Look what infidelity causes. If you don't think that it's that serious for you, then you don't know until you know. A lot of people don't think it's serious until it gets to that point. A lot of us are not being truthful with one another, telling us what's in the closet, like what's going on, what should I know about when I'm laying here. And this is a lesson a lot of men been talking about for years. Never lay down at a woman's house. Never go to a woman's house. Always keep them, away from home base in a sense because you don't know who the hell can walk in that door one day. You don't know who they've given access to this building, to this place, to this space. So that's why I'm like, we just got to learn to be completely transparent on us because at the end of the day, no one deserves to lose their life, no matter if they're cheating, no matter what the hell they're going through. What they do to you, they don't deserve. I don't believe death is the only option. I believe prison can help, or just breaking up in this type of situation, or death is just crazy for something like this. And for the dude who ended up doing this, or whoever it was, woman or man, this is crazy. You just threw away your whole life for a relationship for a person who didn't even want you at the end of the day. So now you're in prison with a bunch of other felons and just gotta be told when to wake up, when to go to sleep, when to eat, when to work out. You only get 1 hour, one hour most of these places you go to even come out your cell. Like this is the life you're gonna succumb to if a lot of you don't wake the fuck up. Like for real. If a lot of you don't wake up and learn to control your emotions, I understand that as a human, we're gonna all go through shit. But if you don't start learning how to control those damn emotions, this can be you. So my heart does go out to her because at the end of the day, it's not just her that's grieving. She got a child that's got to grieve their father at the end of the day. So my heart definitely goes out to her and her children, and that one day that you guys can overcome this, and hopefully it doesn't affect you moving forward in the decisions you make in your life. Hopefully that his family is still looking after her, and that they keep a tight relationship. Because one thing I've learned is when you lose somebody in life, whether it's through death or they just abandon you, the best thing you can do for your child is to invite to surround him with family, grandmothers, grandpas, uncles, aunties, whoever you got in your lineup. I know a lot of us don't have the best villages at times, but whoever you can bring around him that genuinely love you and will have a love for your child, that can help. That can help so much more than you think. So yeah, my heart truly goes out to her, and this situation is, I don't know, man, I'm losing words. It's sad.
I'm glad she was able to tell her story. I believe a lot of people lose their partner, but this will motivate people that you have to get up and you have to continue on. She has a kid, and that's the most realest thing I heard. Like, you have a kid, nobody else is going to parent that kid besides you, in a sense. Like, you have to pick yourself up. You got to be there. She just lost her father. She's going to need you more than anything right now at this moment. Your child doesn't understand what's going on as well, too. So you can't really just be sitting around sad because she won't understand. She won't understand what's happening with you or her father and why he's not there anymore. So you got to be strong to be able to let them know, I got you. Your dad's in a better place. And I love that she didn't hold on to that hatred. Like she said, she can't be mad because the people that she would be mad at aren't here. So instead of carrying that hate around and being mad at the world, she's like, it is what it is. I'm still grieving my man. I don't hate him. I loved him when he passed away, and I loved him before he passed away, and I'm gonna love him after that. He still did what he had to do. Even that day, he was helping her prepare for her birthday, basically. And so, yeah, that love that she had, even though she found out that he was with someone else, she didn't let that affect how she was grieving. So I commend you for that. And the fact that she didn't even mention, anything about the girl out of respect for her family, that is a mature move. And a lot of people wouldn't do that. They would just, put them on blast. But you seem like a woman that is well educated. You kept going on with your career. You handled that situation perfectly. A lot of people wouldn't. They had turned to other things, use this as a reason not to move forward, use this as a reason not to pick up and do what the dad was doing. Just fill in those spots. You made no excuses. So I pray for a prosperous future for you and just to keep going.
Yeah. Messy family, if you all made it to the end of this video, thank you so much. We appreciate you guys' continuous support. You guys are the reason why we make longer videos like this. We appreciate you all dearly. If you all are interested in following this storyteller, you already know what to do. Check out the description box below and you'll be linked directly to her account. Now, if you're seeing this on other platforms, then just type in that tag. You're going to see the tag regardless on all of our videos. We always credit, so just do what you got to do to get to her profile to reach out whichever way you want to. So, but that's all we got, Messy family. We will see you all in the next story time. We hope you all are having a great day. Peace out.